What's up, everybody? It's your boy CJ back again with another Back to the Future old cartoon review, and this is one of the greatest cartoons. I mean, it's not a cartoon it's not animated. It's Futurama. You know what I'm saying? Futurama, one of my favorite shows, and sadly it got canceled last year. Characters I ain't gotta look it up. You got Fry, you got Leela, you got Bender, you got Professor of they just say for Professor, which is Fry's great great grandpa, something like that. So they're related. Then you got Amy, Zoidberg, which with Zoidberg they always got freaking hate for him. Well, not hate, but they always putting him down. Then you got Hermes. Then you got Hermes' son. I forgot his name. Then you got Professor. He had a clone, that little boy. I forgot his name too. I think I forgot. And you got Zach Brannigan. You got Kilf. Zach Brannigan got a crush on Leela, and Kilf actually ends up marrying Amy and become her fanfan roux. At the end of the whole series, Leela and Fry finally gets together, and I believe finally gets married. You got other characters. You got the newscast. You got that lady. Then you got the freaking I think Mobar or yeah, the freaking alien that's on their newscast together. You know what I'm saying? And a whole bunch of other characters. Episodes. Wait. Oh, I thought I had it. Wait. Okay. The episodes that I remember is going as far as there was one episode where I believe it was a three-way date or something. It was Fry, Leela, Amy, Kilf, and Zap, Zap, and then Bender. All of them was not on a date, but it was on his ship. His ship crashed, I believe so. And then they was on this planet of these freaking Amazon women. They're taller than the average human. They're freaking they're so tall. They're looking down on them and jump. And it got to the point where Fry, it was Kilf, Zap, and freaking Kilf, Fry, and Zap. Yeah, all three of them was it was cause they had got in trouble. I forgot what they did. But and then they had the freaking, it was like a robot, you know what I'm saying? A robot that told all the Amazon ladies what to do, and they basically made those three deaf by snoo, and by snoo, you know what that is, you know what I'm saying? It got so messed up because they had lines of ladies, you know what I'm saying? It got so messed up. It got I think it was Zap or something. One of them had basically they had different classes of ladies. They had the big ladies. They all was big, but they had different three classes of ladies, and each of them would just be taking turns with Fry and them. You know what I'm saying? And at the end, Kill was able to escape because Amy went to save him. Zap and freaking Fry had broken Lord, their freaking groins were freaking destroyed. They had cast over that. You know what I'm saying? It was messed up real bad. I don't want to get too much into the episode, but that was that episode. Freaking Bender, he always bend stuff, you know what I'm saying? There's one episode he was sleep bending. You got the robot devil that tried to take Fry's hands. He ended up giving Fry ended up taking his hands and was trying to impress Leela. The whole time, with Fry and Leela, it was more of a Fry trying to impress her. She's not really feeling him, and then got to the point he started, finally got a chance to get on a date with her. Tell how she feels, you know what I'm saying? And then, they finally got together, you know what I'm saying? How Fry actually, got involved with, being in the future with him was he had delivered his pizza. There was a dude named, it was a thing that says, "I see Wiener." And then, Fry fell into the time capsule. There you go, woke up. Is the year 2020, I think 2020 or something like that, and he was in the future or something like that. Hello, yeah, Nibbles. Don't forget, no, Nibbles. No, not Nibbles. The little pet that Leela had. I forgot the name. I'm saying that. I either said it right or I'm saying it wrong. Then you got the whole thing with Nibbles. Yeah, I think it was Nibbles. He ended up he was able to talk. He told everybody that he was the one that made Fry fall into the time capsule. I remember I think he pushed the chair back and he fell. Fry had a dog. He found his dog was a freaking fossil that was in the library, no, the museum, and he wanted to bring his dog back. Bender was jealous. Eventually, Fry changed his mind, not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because Bender ended up throwing the pet into the freaking lava. Fry was like, "No, I hate you, you stupid robot." You know what I'm saying? It was one episode where it was like a Willy Wonka parody. They went to go to the slurm factory. It was like these little slugs. It was very nasty how they figured out how to freaking slurp. They call it slurps, a slurp, something like that. How it was made. You know, so it was very disgusting. Fry was addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? He has one episode where like it kind of showed like it was like it was like kind of a flashback where Fry was luck. He was very lucky because he had a 4-leaf clover. His brother ends up stealing it, and it was like all that kind of stuff. You know, he always hated his brother and stuff, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Cause I'm doing weird the old episodes what I remember. It was one episode where Zoidberg went back to his planet, and his plan was like you had to find a mate, and prior to finding a mate, is basically you will end up dying together. And like Zoidberg was just very, very unlucky. He had a crush on this one lady. Fry tried to help him, then she ended up falling for Fry. Zoidberg went and was fighting Fry to the death, and all his people died. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me see. I mean, you know, the live episode got the Harlem Globetrotter came to town. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to remember some of the old episodes before I jump into my more news episode. Professor Farnsworth. He always said, "Good news, everybody." You know what I'm saying? He had one episode where his back, because Bender bent him, and he was like walking like that. His whole body was bent. Bender fixed him, but then folded him back, so he was like this. You know what I'm saying? Hermes was battling with trying to lose his job because this one lady that was kind of like overseeing him. She was having an affair with Fry because he was all dirty, so that turned her on. She ended up Bender ended up figuring out what was going on. She took the chip and so it was like, "I am Bender, please insert girder." You know what I'm saying? He was trying to like turn him back to normal, and then not Fry, freaking Hermes had to do a little limbo dances, and finally he finally got the chip back, but he barely beat it by a couple of seconds, and he was demoted, but then he was improved a little bit on his it's like a little number thing he had. They do everything in the future, so like choo-choo, and his number changed. You know what I'm saying? The lady got fired and all that stuff. Let me see. Oh yeah, the Orphanage had one episode about this one dude that was like, because they always used to pick on Leela, call him One Eye, and so the one dude was like, he came, was there with the orphanage. Leela, he was basically trying to marry Leela, and then like they wanted to adopt one of the kids. And one of the girls, she had an ear on her forehead. And Leela was like, "You know what, let's adopt her." And then the dude was like, "No, why adopt her? Let's adopt one of the normal kids." You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, Bender ended up adopting every last kid so he could get some money. Didn't work out, went to jail for that. You know what I'm saying? Leela ended up breaking up with that dude. Because he was a jerk. He was still a jerk back then when he was a little kid picking on her, and still now. You know what I'm saying? It was one episode, Fry ended up drinking the king. It was like these little water people, and then he drank the king, and the king was inside of him, and like everybody was basically trying to break in. It was all like little water peoples, and it was going to rip the king out of him. But they had to basically, in order to save Fry's life, they had to figure out a way how to get the king out of Fry, and for that to happen, Fry had to like cry, and that's how he had to tear him out because he couldn't pee him out. That was very nasty. So he had to cry, and then they was beating him up and stuff, and eventually the dude was there. The king was back. You know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of episodes. But the very final episode was about a little time thing. Where it was like allow Fry to like to go back in time, like I think for a few seconds, so he can get things right. It backfired because he was falling from a building. And even if he were like about to hit the ground, hit the button, and then go back up, he was still in the sky. I think it was like 10 seconds back. So either way, he was in a loop. Is that he had to keep doing it over and over and over again. He was going to die. You know what I'm saying? And it was weird how he hit the ground. He like splashed it and looked it kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? It was like this little time bubble, and like the professor had to create this time bubble so everybody inside would not be affected by the little time loop thing. You know what I'm saying? Over and over again, how Fry kept pushing it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Leela, because he was trying to, I think he was like trying to surprise Leela, and well, yeah, he was going to marry her, and that whole thing kept happening over and over again. And then Leela ended up, I think the thing had got crushed. You know what I'm saying? That's what, like, everybody got frozen. It was just Leela and Fry for the rest of their lives. Everybody was just frozen, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like it was together forever, literally, because. And they was growing old, but time was not, you know, time was still, but it was still growing old together, you know what I'm saying? That was a very, very nice moment, you know what I'm saying? Then at the same time, I think it was like this bit, like a warm portal thing opened up, and then they basically had a choice of going back in time to, like, basically to the time before all this happened. So that means Leela and Fry will have to relive what they all went through. They was old and stuff, and they had to basically they go to the portal, they're young again. You know what I'm saying? And basically have to Fry will have to remarry Leela. But you know, overall, I freaking love Futurama. You know what I'm saying? It was so fun to enjoy it. Before that, people were saying that, yeah, I think it was like a couple of seasons back, it was going to get canceled, and then it came back, and then now it's completely canceled and never coming back. But I enjoy Futurama from start to finish. You know what I'm saying? Awesome show, you know what I'm saying? I wish, you know what I mean, at least it ended on a good note. Instead of like some shows, the ending is like, what kind of ending is that, you know what I'm saying? But you know, that's all I have to say. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.